How I mastered English grammar. Many people, about 90%, repeatedly make the same grammar mistakes. If you've ever struggled with English grammar, you're not alone. Today, let's dive into how I transformed my grammar challenges into a success story. I vividly remember failing a test because I mixed up there, and there. It was incredibly frustrating. The first step was utilizing online resources like grammar checking tools and educational websites. Platforms like Grammarly and Purdue OWL became invaluable, offering clear explanations and practical examples for rules I found difficult. Another game-changing habit was reading actively. Armed with a highlighter, I would note down interesting sentence structures and unfamiliar words while reading. This helped reinforce correct grammar usage in my mind. Writing practice was another essential part of my journey. I made it a habit to write essays and short stories regularly, dedicating time each day to this activity. Later, I'd go back and review my work specifically for grammar errors. Learning with friends was equally beneficial. We would correct each other's mistakes, quiz one another on tricky grammar rules, and share useful tips. This collaborative approach made learning enjoyable and effective. A major breakthrough for me was using mnemonic devices. For instance, to differentiate between affect and effect, I use the phrase A is for action, effect, and E is for end result, effect. Simple tricks like these made grammar rules easier to remember. Similarly for its and its, I reminded myself that its is short for it is. For who versus whom, I tested them by substituting he or him to see which fit better. Little by little, these methods helped simplify grammar for me. Another practical tip is using the fanboys mnemonic for coordinating conjunctions. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. This helped me structure compound sentences effortlessly. I also diversified my reading materials, fiction, nonfiction, blogs, articles, which exposed me to a variety of writing styles and sentence structures. Keeping a grammar journal was another key strategy. Whenever I learned a new rule or made a mistake, I noted it down. This simple practice helped me track my progress and identify patterns in my errors. It doesn't have to be elaborate, just a notebook where you jot down rules, exceptions, and examples. The turning point came when I combined all these methods. Grammar started to feel less intimidating and more like a puzzle I could solve. For instance, with subject-verb agreement, I began using simple checks like the dog barks versus the dogs bark to ensure agreement in number. For homophones, I created flashcards with the word, its definition, and an example sentence, practicing them daily. Improving grammar is a gradual process, but consistent effort makes all the difference. Here's what worked for me. Reviewing my grammar journal regularly, taking online quizzes for instant feedback, writing daily, and actively reading diverse materials. Constructive criticism also played a crucial role. Feedback helped me understand my mistakes and grow from them. To sum it up, use online tools, read actively, practice regularly, discuss grammar with others, and leverage mnemonic devices. With these strategies, mastering grammar is entirely possible. It requires patience, consistency, and dedication, but the progress is worth it. If you found these tips helpful, consider sharing them with others and keep practicing. With time and effort, you will become a grammar pro.